Hey everybody, welcome back for some more Birthright videos here as we continue our mini-series on the domain actions. So today we have Contest, which is one that you're going to probably use quite a bit or maybe even have used against you. So certainly worth learning all about this one. So it is a domain and realm type of action, has a success rate, a base one of 10 plus, and a base cost of 1 regency point. So no gold on this necessarily. So a regent can neutralize another regent's holding, right, by contesting their influence. If the attempt is successful, the contested holding doesn't generate regency or gold bars for its owner. So basically, like you're causing like an issue of some sort, and just you're kind of like taking a resource of theirs offline for a while. A level 0 holding is destroyed by being contested. So that's another one too, where if you got people encroaching in your area, and you see that, well, you can just contest and boom, destroy their holding. But it is a nice way of, again, just neutralizing other people who maybe built up some influence in your area, while it maybe lets you work on other ways of getting rid of them. The success number is modified by the difference between the attacker's holding or province rating, if he's the ruler, he or she's the ruler, and the contested holding. So the holding remains contested until the attacker relents, the attacker loses all of their holdings, or rule of the province, or the defender happens to succeed in a rule action. So if a contested holding is contested a second time, its owner loses the holding and its slots become uncontrolled. So let's break that down here in this example. 2 thieves are rivals in a province level 5. Wirt controls a guild 3, while Bensian controls a guild 2. If Wirt contests his rival's holdings, his success number becomes a 9 or better. If Bensian contests Wirt's guild, his becomes an 11 or better. So just basic math difference there. Now, rulership of a province can be contested as well, so it's another use of that. So again, something you can use, but again, keep in mind this stuff can be used against you as well. So a province is contested automatically if the province is conquered during a war, right? You lost control of it because, well, there's an army there, an enemy army. As long as the ruler hasn't been divested, which again, divestiture is basically stripping their magical connection to the land, but the conqueror still remains, the province generates no regency or gold for either party, right? Because it's effectively a war zone. There's not going to be economy happening there, right? Provinces can be contested peacefully under certain conditions. If a ruler's law holding is at 0 and the province's loyalty is poor or rebellious, any regent with a holding there can use this action to contest the province. So there's, again, another layer to this, right? So, when you have random events come up where, again, there starts to be rebellions or other stuff, or just, rebellions for other reasons, and you have things going on where there's maybe a level 0, you're maybe just trying to reestablish law or something like that. This is another wrinkle to that, right? So just another way of contest happening there. The province then generates no regency and no gold until its ruler is divested, ends the contest by gaining a law holding, or increases the province's loyalty. So you got options there, but again, contest is sort of a fun one because, again, of just the ways that you can use it to neutralize enemy holdings, maybe even provinces, provinces you control, but again, maybe ones that are starting to slip from your grasp. Other ways of just working that in there. But again, keep in mind on some of those domains where we've seen, there's where the ruler doesn't control everything going on in their domain, certainly not, unlikely they're going to control law, religion, and guilds all at the same time. But so you got different ways of working on things here, and again, having things used against you. So, but depending on your class too, if you're a priest, obviously you're going to probably control some temple holdings. Could be a way of sort of getting rid of or contesting the influence of other rival religions if you don't just own all the religion outright. Same thing for guilds and stuff like that. So there's just a lot of different uses for it, but this is probably going to be one of the very commonly used ones here. And again, you have regency there as well as just your base cost. Just things to keep in mind, but overall not complicated to use, but there's just different ways of going about it. So let us know in the comments, guys, some cool instances of you having used contest in your campaigns or having contest used against you, and just how that has affected it or how you've strategically employed that. But definitely a fun domain action, and one you should certainly learn the different levels of it. Again, whether it's holdings or provinces and ways to deal with that, and just being aware of where level 0 provinces are, but then also always just in general always being aware of when provinces are starting to slip on the loyalty rating, and you don't just own the law outright, or there's just other problems in those types of provinces. You got to be very, very careful. But obviously, anytime a war is going on and you're getting invaded, that's another thing to keep in mind as well. Or if you're the one doing the invading and maybe then want to work on stripping the enemy of control of certain provinces, there's different ways you can go about it. So let us know what you think, guys, in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, helps out the channel. We'll be back next time with Create Holding. Thanks so much for watching.